Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back with another recording of Hearthstone. So we are about to we need to get one more rogue victory and one more priest victory. We're going to get into that. In the ending of my last recording, which was just a few seconds for me, one of the persons I last played asked to friend me, so I accepted. And he's been typing here, so he'll probably pop up something in a second. He asked me if it was alright if he could spectate. I told him, sure, that's fine. But, by the way, it's in here in the options. Allow friends to spectate my games, right here. So you don't have to ask people that. You don't have to ask people that at all. So he'll probably come on and start spectating.
Watch your back.
But he's asking me how long I've been playing, and I've told him a year, and he's bragging about his 56 level minion he got up to, which is impressive, certainly. Not world breaking, and I'm sure I've gotten up close to that, if I haven't gotten exactly 56. So I'm just warning you now, he's probably gonna type anything here. I thought about warning him and saying, hey, I'm about to start recording, but I figure if I said that, there's a 50% chance he'll just start typing things even more. There we go. So he started spectating. Now I'm pretty sure people cannot hear me when they spectate. I'm almost 100% sure that is the case. Just gonna hold on to everything else here.
Here we
Attack
go.
there, and end the turn. So I was talking about TV last time. I don't think I'm gonna get back on the TV though, because can't think of anything. The Walking Dead Mahone? I've been calling her Michonne, but I heard somebody else pronounce it Mahone. So, or Michonne? Or was it Michonne? I don't even remember how they pronounced it now. So what use was that bit of knowledge?
Here we go.
Attack here, get a new weapon, attack here, end the turn. So that's about to come out as its own DLC to Season 2, I believe, of The Walking Dead. I think it's probably a mistake. I think the 400 Days DLC was a mistake for it to be part of The Walking Dead at all.
I must consider.
I don't know. I suppose there's a way you could have gotten Season 1, Episode 1 of The Walking Dead for free, then bought the DLC and gotten some kind of small discount. But yeah, that just doesn't... It just seems super crazy, super weird to do it that way. I could play Elsa Starseeker here, might as well. It's early game. If you're gonna play her, you might as well play her then. Do I have anything better to do? Not really. Looks like I'm gonna win. We've got a person who's left. So he's got a watch and learn quest, obviously, which are nightmares, and I've all but given up on trying to actually do watch and learn quests on other people, and instead I'm just playing my second account. Go ahead and just play this.
Here we go.
Quickly.
In the turn there. So I'm gonna get lucky here and get a lucky victory for several things. I think we'll just stay here. Why not?
Your opponent left.
Darn it. Darn it. Darn it. So there's our rogue victories done. We just need a priest done. So he'll probably pop up something, thanks. Maybe. Of course, there would be a real danger of me showing the information. I suppose if he's gonna publish something embarrassing, there's always the chance that
the light shall bring victory.
It could get out there. This is a good example of internet and the falsity of there being any privacy on the internet. Is that he may think he's just talking to me, but if he types something in here that embarrasses or identifies himself, he's just going on the recording and going everywhere. Not that I highly suspect somebody would type in credit card numbers or personal information into Hearthstone, but who knows? I mean, I have no idea who that person is or what his age is.
Face the light.
So,
Job's done.
So I don't know what level of maturity they even estimate they might be at. I'll be glad to get this recording done. I'm doing more, probably in about the same time length as I have been, but I guess I'll just play this since I don't have any other choice. I shouldn't have that card in my deck. I'm vastly realizing that Mind Spike is not worth it. Let's see.
Are you afraid of the dark?
Ready to play some more Dishonored. Maybe get that done today. Would be nice. But I'm having a lot more fun with it than I thought I was going to. Probably a lot of that's just playing on easy. A lot of that is going in with the right mentality. It could also have been that I was just at some point in my life when I played Dishonored that I just was not enjoying it.
Job's done.
Or able to enjoy it. That's very likely. I probably was playing that when I was in the middle of having a lot of trouble with one of my previous jobs and being overworked. There's definitely a lot to like about that game, and the things I want to see improved in it are not things that...
How many fingers do you see?
They're not things that were horribly awful in Dishonored 1. They are things that just in the years in between would have been improved upon. Things like the graphics, things like the level design. Level design is pretty bad. So they need to fix that one of two ways: either make it more open world or make it more straight through. Their level design in Dishonored is very strange, in that it is very focused on doing 3 level building. So there's a first floor, second floor, and the third floor in almost every building in the game, which means inevitably you're gonna miss probably 2/3 of the entire level if you're running around trying to sneak. Even if you're running around not trying to sneak, it's very difficult to walk through all those areas. Feels a lot like the Hitman suggestion that I've made before, that you should be able to potentially just walk through a level as a ghost or something and plan it and see the walking patterns. The walking patterns change in Dishonored, which is a big mistake. That means you cannot be certain that people will be where they're supposed to be, or that they will walk down the hallway because of the rats showing up. Now maybe there is, on some high level speed run mentality. Maybe there is something that says if you cause more rats to come by playing high chaos, that will break out certain characters and make the game easier. But as far as I can see, it's pretty random. It feels like the rats are given a almost completely random AI as to where they're going to go, and whether or not the people see them seems to be randomized. And even if it's not random, it feels random, and that's really all it has to be. If it feels random, it's random, as far as I'm concerned.
Stand ready. Job's done.
So that needs to be fixed. The cones of vision, you can't see those at all until you have like a second tier upgrade of 2 tiers for all the powers. So playing the first 2 or 3 of 9 levels, you're almost certainly not going to be able to use an ability that you should have had before. Which, that in a lot of ways reminds me of just the cones of vision thought in general. Reminds me of Mark of the Ninja and just how well that worked and how 2D it is. And when I think about Mark of the Ninja, then it reminds me that Assassin's Creed India and Russia are supposed to come out, and I hope they come out for PC, because the Indian one, I was watching a trailer for it, it is Mark of the Ninja. They stole every single thing from Mark of the Ninja and improved on it and added some more things, and it definitely feels and looks like you're going to be able to do something pretty cool. Now the graphics on it don't look great, so even if it comes to PC, it is going to be a cell phone type port game, which sucks. And I don't know how big the game is going to be, or how often we're going to be doing certain actions, or if the actions in the trailer are just one-time things. All of those are big concerns. Got him down to 1. There we go. So we've got our quest done. I think we'll just play a little bit more Priest to finish out this recording session. Well, we gotta play anyways because we have a bug. I was watching somebody, and this was rather fascinating. I was watching this German guy play 2 copies, 2 different accounts of Hearthstone at the same time. And the reason why he was playing it is because he was playing the secret paladin deck that is apparently all the rage right now for the high tier players. And he was just going back and forth, and he says, yeah, it's so boring playing this deck because nothing happens, you can just play 2. And so he'd play like 1, and then he'd go look at the other screen, and he'd always go, what is this? And just try to figure out what happened, because he wasn't paying attention at all to the other screen. So he'd look at the history and look at the cards, and then make a decision and play, and then he'd turn back to the other screen on the other side and go, what is this? And then play this. And I'm like, well, your level of Hearthstone obsession is too high when you're playing 2 games at once. But it's kind of fascinating, and he was doing alright. I mean, he was up to rank 1, and I'm down here at rank 20. And I should play more ranked. I totally should. Even if I could get a rank 19 chest as a new goal, as something that I'm just would try to always reach and make. That would give me more reward at the end of the month. And all you have to do to get a 19 chest, I believe, is just get up to level 19. I don't think you have to maintain that. I think I could be at level 20 and then later on do a 19, still get that reward. Jesus, nothing to do. I could give this guy more health and draw a card, but that's it. It's just the end of the turn. We'll just wait. Play this.
Job's done.
In the turn. But yeah, that's something I should do. Really? You're gonna play Bloodlust now? That is a strange move. Here. Heal.
In the light's name.
That. Play. That.
Fine, I'll heal.
Job's
In the
done.
turn. So ideally I want the one that will do 2 damage to everybody. Here we are. Holy Nova. Just ask and you shall receive. That's how things work in the real world, right? You just ask for things and you get them.
The light.
There's no magic going on. Nothing to see here. No, there really isn't. It's just
Fine, I'll
random.
want.
Random
Job's
coincidence.
done.
And a deck that is kind of designed to give me what I need. Let's see.
In the light's name.
We'll throw one of these
How many
out,
fingers do you see?
and we'll heal this guy. So,
Fix the light.
attack this,
Fine,
attack
I'll
this,
want.
in the turn. Yeah, I think we're gonna win at this rate. I think we're gonna also go to ranked gameplay. Let's just try it. I mean, yes, I will lose more, but we don't really care about that now. I've gotten all the quests, so I'm just wasting time. So I might as well not waste as much of the time, or waste the time as much.
How
This-
many fingers do you see?
And we've got to heal. This to double this health. Take this to heal this.
Fine, I'll want.
Attack here.
Does this
Attack
hurt?
here. In the turn. This is gonna give a mech +2/+2. That would make him a 5/4. Why is this one triggering first is the question. I would like to know.
The light
Should
does
be
not discriminate.
the one on the left first, I would assume. Maybe it's a bug. Maybe it's the one on his list because it was his turn. Interesting.
Are you afraid of the
That would
dark?
definitely change the game if that was an intended behavior.
The damned stand ready.
Fine, I'll one.
Does this hurt?
Took him out. Nice. Nice. Hey, we're up to level 58. So we have a golden blemish inventor. We had already gotten that, but it was bugged. Hey, we're at 500 too. Let's play ranked. 500 extra gold. We've already bought our arena run. This is good progress. I am liking this progress as far as having extra gold. Does that mean the next time there's an expansion I'm gonna buy 100 packs? I'll just have to kind of see. It may very well be the expansion after the next expansion.
The light shall
Just
bring
depends on
victory.
how long. Man, I'm getting into pinball again, I can tell you that. I would really love to have a pinball table. If people told me they had a pinball table and they were moving to an apartment and they could ship it to me and
In the
all I
light's
had to
name.
do is sign for it and take it, I don't care how bad that table is. Now, I'm not talking the little toy things, I'm talking a real pinball table. And I don't care if it is one of the worst pinball tables to play ever. If it just has all the parts and works and is in playable shape, I would take it. I would even probably take it if it didn't work and just try to fix it.
Job's done.
But I know there's a lot of maintenance. I'm thinking maybe if I ever made it hugely rich, there's this one that they make that has a LCD screen, but it's in the shape of a pinball table, and it's several $1,000s just to get this basically a computer that still isn't gonna feel like the real thing. Is the problem. All the digital things can get close, but they never get very close to real pinball. But yeah, I've got room for them. I can find the space for like 5 pinball tables if I needed to, real easily. I would take it. But yeah, who in their right mind would send one to me? I'm sure people could sell them or donate them to something.
For the king!
What am I trying to do
My
here?
fate is sealed.
I'm trying to win is what I'm trying to do. Yep. Gonna lose, I bet. This play sure goes slower when you start playing ranked mode. You start running into all these people that really care about their winning.
My fate is sealed.
End the turn. So this
You smell like a leopard.
needs to go back up. Let's see, how can do one more damage to this.
Fine, I'll heal.
This,
My fate is sealed.
this. Hope it lands on this guy. Good. Do this. And end the turn. Heal this guy back up. Give him this. Now, even though I say I'd take pinball games, I really wouldn't take arcade games. I'd take like a one cocktail table that could play several games. Like if I could get it to play Pac-Man or Miss Pac-Man, I would take that. Because a cocktail table also works as a pretty good table to eat off of or use as a table. So there's no big problem there. And that kind of feels like if I was really in the projects, I
Time
would
waits for no one.
build one and try and get it in there. But
In the light's name.
put a computer in there and run all that MAME stuff and all that. All the things that I really don't know how to do right now. Let's see. End the turn.
Well played.
So yeah, I'd take one cocktail table, but I wouldn't take any arcade games. Arcade games, in general, even if it was a main cabinet that could play several others, it's just not something I would play with, and it's not worth the space. I would allow a ridiculous amount of space to be taken up for a pinball, for a separate pinball. I would not for arcade games, because inherently in an arcade cabinet, all you have is a computer and a screen. I already have a flat panel TV and a computer that take up considerably less space and can be upgraded way easier and way nicer to still run the same thing. So, yeah. See, it didn't even show me get the stars there. Let's play one more game and then we'll wrap up. We'll go a little long. So just to get the 19 reward, I have to win 2 more victories. Well, 3 more victories. Just to get a 19 reward.
The light shall bring victory.
But I think that's the right goal. Is to make it to 19 and then stop playing. And maybe after a few more months of improving our skills and improving our decks, we will then turn around and maybe bump it up to an 18 rank every month. We'll just try every couple months to get better and better. I would love if there was a big jump in my ability as far as Hearthstone, but I don't see where that's coming from if that happens. I have no idea. Here we have a level 60 shaman. Can't really play anything, so I'm just gonna end the turn. It seems strange to me somebody would have played to level 60 on the shaman, but I am close enough to having played everything at this rate. It doesn't really surprise me that much. So next turn, this and this. Although I'm gonna play this first and then this. So these are all gold versions of the totems now.
A wonder.
Hurry up and play so we can be done with this recording session. We got, I believe, 4 recordings. We got a new friend. Somebody friended us for the spectate mode quest and then spectated me and managed to not sit there and type throughout the whole thing. It was a very boring, I will fully admit, very, very boring game he spectated because the opponent just left. So if I could get another double, I can win next turn. Potentially. Let's see. This and this would actually not be enough. I kind of need to do this and then this if he gets the totem guy, and then I could do 11 to the face. And then the turn after that, maybe double. And then win. There really aren't enough cards in Hearthstone to take control of characters. When you really start to think about it, there's far too few. If this was a Yu-Gi-Oh, there would have been at least a dozen different cards to take control of the characters, whereas there's only one card that I know of that takes control of another character. And you could do a whole series on that. That's what they really need to do, is start saying, we're going to have a character that is a 1 mana character that can take control of a card that is a 1 mana, and a 2 mana card that can take control of a 2 mana card, 3 mana card that can take control of a 3 mana, and so on and so on and so on. Right now the card that we have says if the opponent has 4 characters, you can take control of 1 random one. So the way you make that work is you go, if he has 5 characters, you can take control of a random one. If he has 6 characters, you can take control of a random one. If he has 7 characters, you can take control of a random one. And a 1 mana card with the ability that says if he has 7 characters, you can take control of 1 random one is almost a useless card completely.
In the light's name.
Job's done.
End of the turn. So that was silly to bring out Mind Spike when I just brought out Light Ward. But whatever. There are no instant wins in Hearthstone at all. A 40 mana instant win character would probably be great, but then you'd have to figure out a way to lower it down to 40. Well, ideally what you would do is, if it was a 40 cost character and you said for every health you lost, so you were down to 1 health, and it had some other way to get the cost down too, in the sense like it was a mech so your mechs cost 2 less, then that would be a good instant win type game. But inherently, you'd have to also make sure all those characters that bring something to the field immediately don't activate that ability, or they are balanced out enough so that doesn't matter.
In the light's name, face the light.
And I'm not sure exactly how you would do that. And honestly, one card that spells instant win isn't.
I have no time for games.
I want it to probably be like WINNER, which would be 6 cards on the deck. If you had the letter W as a card and you just spelled out the word winner, that would be really what I'd want to happen. Death Rattle will take control of a random enemy. I was just talking about a card like that.
My pain.
Let's go ahead and hit the
light.
face.
Face the
with
light.
everything.
Feel my pain.
Well, this ought to be interesting for him now. Heal yourself. So if he gets the totem that heals 1 to everybody, it's gonna now harm. That'll be an interesting choice.
I wonder.
So he got this guy. This will be very interesting to see what happens at the end of his turn.
There is little time.
Come on, play. Play or concede. We've been going long enough now. I felt like I had almost enough to talk about this recording session. Yep, it did do 1 damage to everybody. Interesting.
That was a mistake.
The damned stand ready.
You think that was a mistake? Really? Nice
Face
to know.
the light.
In return. If I could get a light spawn, that would really be nice. There's a 50, if I get a light spawn, 50% chance of this getting that light spawn. Let's see.
The damned stand ready. My fate is
Phase,
Face the light.
attack this, in return.
The elements will destroy you.
You're about to concede. He's threatening, so that probably means he's about to concede. Wow, he managed to kill everything. That sucks. Come on, give me a light spawn so I can play it, then this. Nope, Holy Nova. Let's go ahead and save that. Kill this, and then nothing's going on. I wish there was a microphone button at this point where I could hear the other person talking. if they're talking, but they're probably not. Like Twitch streamers, they're probably listening
Well
to music
played.
or have noise in the background. Which... Here... in the turn. I suppose I could be hitting the face and just trying to wear him down that way. He's got so many cards. For somebody who's not doing anything, he sure has a lot of cards. I don't know if this is all psychosomatic or what. Boy, does it feel like they're just
How many
taking
fingers do
forever.
you see?
Here we go. Do you want to play Holy Nova yet? Next turn we'll play Holy Nova. Because then that will kill him and allow this one to attack. Assuming this one's still alive. He's got 13 cards, I have 12. Yet he's done nothing. Maybe that's his plan. Maybe he's just waiting for his master plan to come through. He'll get a Reno Jackson and get right back up to where he was. Here we go.
The elements will destroy you.
Does this hurt?
I'll just end the turn here, I guess. Although I probably should have doubled his health. So he plays Healing Wave. Get back up to 7. That only makes me more powerful.
Summon the dogs.
Let's do it.
Are you afraid of the dark?
Beat me now. Take this guy out before I can do 6 more damage to you. If he can't kill this guy, I've got it. I will use this ability. Done. I have 3 turns, which is to hit the face. That doesn't matter.
Are you
My other
afraid
one.
of the dark?
The elements will destroy you.
Did it! So if I got one more victory, I'd get a bonus streak, I believe. Which would even knock me up to level rank 19. But, whatever. Boy, was that game a reminder of just how boring playing ranked mode is. It is super, super boring. Anywho, that's going to be it for this recording session. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps me out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. If you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.